Wholeness, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Rashida Silvertree. This video is strictly to empower and inspire. Trauma. Let's talk about it. Curses only have power if you believe in them. A curse can only have power over you if you believe in it. Power of belief, I believe, is why the human species has gotten to where it's gotten. Bad, good, happy, sad. It's the power of our belief systems or power of belief that we have within ourselves, that we have in our relationships, in our families, in our friendships, in our communities, in our states, in our regions, in our countries, our nations, and our world. Trauma. Everybody, to some extent, has gone through their own personal hell. Everybody. And it's a wide spectrum, right? I have this saying that somewhere around the world, it is the end of the world for somebody. Okay? For somebody, somewhere in this planet, right now, at this moment, as I'm making this video, okay? I have the privilege of making this video, of sitting in a car, my car that I own. That's a privilege, right? To sit here and make this video. There's someone right now facing the end of the world. To me, the end of the world is death. It's a death. A physical death or an egoic death. It is a death of some kind. And working in hospital, which I will always bring up because it's something your perspective on life changes and it shifts when you are visually or physically there to witness a birth, a live birth, and you are visually there to witness a death. There is something so profound with those two experiences that are pretty much two sides of the same coin. I have witnessed a birth, and I have witnessed more than plenty of deaths, okay? And it is a phenomenal experience. It will make you weep, right? You weep for joy, for new life. You weep for sadness because someone is leaving the life that they had led for however long they were alive. But let's talk about the trauma a bit, okay? We all go through traumas. Trauma is a personal hell that God, a higher power, karma, circumstance, situations, your genes, right? Your genetic makeup, right? You come into this world missing 5 fingers or a whole arm, or you have no legs, right? Or an event, someone harms you, hurts you, maims you for life, and you have to deal with the after effects for the rest of your living days. Or a horrible, abusive breakup. You're fighting for your life to start over, and they keep stalking you, and they hurt you, and they cause harm to you. Oh, hello, True Bug. Another one of these things. Ugh. I wonder what that means. Truth, right? Still speak on truth. True bugs are those little stink bugs. If you crush them, they give off a nasty odor. Anyway, but that's the second one I think I have in my car. Anyway, so, but yeah, we go through traumas, right? Or you are raised by a single parent, and usually the single parent is female, right? A woman, a single mother. They're very prevalent, more so than single fathers. But you grow up in the hood where it's dangerous. People get shot up all the time. You have to see that and experience that. There's addictions. That's a personal, very traumatic, psychologically, it's a horrible disease, right? If you get in the throes of addiction. Need I go on? What is my point? What's your point, Rashida? Are you blabbing at the mouth? What are you trying to say? In some way, I have found that traumas are they're like curses. It's like a curse, right? If you have the awareness to know what's happening to you, and it's by far the worst thing that could ever happen to you, and you're aware of that moment, you feel like someone's out to get you. Jesus is out to get you. God is out to get you. Allah is out to get you. The man next door is out to get you. They're trying to keep the man down, right? The government's out to get you. Everyone, there's this incredible dark void that we enter into of separation. Like, we feel like we're the odd woman or odd man out, where, why is this happening to me? What did I do to deserve this? Right? Has someone cursed me? And the thing is, and it doesn't matter what, religion or your religious or spiritual beliefs are, or if you're atheist, but it's that frequency of the universe saying, tag, you're it, and all focus is on you. You're the focal point. And it's like everyone is watching you fall apart. It seems like you're on display, like that Truman Show. True Bug. Funny. That Truman Show, right? Where I think Jim Carrey stars in, where he's the main character of his movie. He believes he's living his real life, but he discovers that it's just a TV show. It's all fake. Everything's fake. His wife, his job, his neighbors, everything, grocery store, everything's fake, and he wakes up from that. But a lot of the time when we're going through these traumas, we may feel cursed. And even after post-traumatic stress syndrome, post-trauma, we are licking our wounds, we are doing the healing, we are getting therapy if we have the luxury and the privilege to get those resources. We're moving on. Time is the best of healers. But at the end of the day, a lot of the time, what I found on my own path is that you'll still have energy residue holding itself onto you still, of what has happened to you in the past. When you make this attachment, and when you still have this attachment, even though you've done all the inner work, the memories are still there, right? Flashbacks are still there. Flashbacks are very powerful. That's a symptom of healing to me. Flashbacks, why do I say that they're a symptom of healing? Because it's the energy residue that is, it's releasing itself from you, and you are releasing itself from it. I sometimes have flashbacks from unsettling moments in my life. Not to the point where I have a full-blown panic attack, which I have had, right? I'm not saying flashbacks are like the best thing ever. Sometimes it leads to almost a psychotic break for some people. But when you're having a flashback of a traumatic moment, right? It's like your body, your subconscious mind, your soul is pushing it off of you because it's time to be released. A lot of the time when individuals are having flashbacks of unsettling memories of trauma, even though, the trauma's way in their past now, they will numb themselves, they will drink, they will go out and screw people, they will take their prescription drugs to manage their anxiety and their stress and their depression, or numb the silence of suicidal ideations, right? They will spend money. They will, obsessively control their children, or they will run away from their family duties, we try to cope with having to relive. And the thing is, again, curses can only have power over you if you choose to believe in the curse. If you choose to believe that you are truly cursed and that the world is going after you, that people or someone out there, a force is trying to control you, then so be it. May it be, or mote it be, whatever that new age Wiccan saying is. Okay, like, may it be. So it is. Come what may. You decide. It's almost like the old saying, the devil made me do it, which I think is such bullshit. When people, I didn't mean to. You did mean to, right? Nothing can have control over you. Curses, especially generational curses, are very difficult. They're very difficult because when it comes to generational curses within bloodlines, right? Meaning your father's bloodline and your mother's bloodline, the mother wounds and the wounds of the mother and the sins of the father, you carry. They are now your responsibility to release, to alchemize, and to let go. You cannot blame mommy and daddy for your traumas. You can't. And people will spend decades trying to get that off of them, right? They'll go to psychiatrist after psychiatrist after psychiatrist. They'll change their meds 20 different times. They'll change their religions. I mean, people will, I've seen it. I've seen not everything. I will never claim to have seen everything, but I've seen quite a lot. And I will say, it's just a human thing to survive, just to get through the day. Okay? But curses, especially generational curses, when it's of the blood, because I made one video long time ago about blood sacrifice and the power of blood, magic of blood, and why blood, it's a very powerful essence, blood. It carries ancestral memory. It carries our genetic codes and information and secrets that the scientists can't even unlock yet. They call it junk DNA. That's what they called it. Oh, that's just junk. It means absolutely nothing. No, they just don't have the intelligence or the sources to figure out what the heck it's supposed to be doing. But it's in the blood that we carry through our veins, that our heart will pump throughout our body, that we choose a partner and we, come together in union, and there's a seed that is fertilized, or the egg that is fertilized, and then that beautiful being will then carry on that genetic code, that powerful ancestral information. And it'll carry all the good memories from many generations ago, all the good memories, all the bad memories, all the memories of our ancestors flow through us, and they try to live through us so that we can heal. I have to remind myself to never take on the role of a victim. Of victimhood mentality. No. I shall not do that. I shall not. Ever. Your body may have been victimized. It may have been abused or hurt or mistreated or misguided. But in no shape, way, or form. It was an experience that happened to you. It was an experience that you had. You are not the experience. You are not the act. Curses only have power over you if you allow them to. And believe you me, I have seen and personally experienced some things that go beyond the physical, where people would try to do, hexing and stuff like that. Or they'll try to sabotage opportunities. I've seen much. That's why I made the video, you don't want to fight fire with fire. You don't want to fight a curse with a curse. Like, you end up cursing yourself because there's no separation. There's an illusion of separation. And if you put more of your power and your energy and your faith in the illusion of separation, you would just further your own demise. All in the name of trying to get your get back. There is no get back. There is none. Oh, they hurt me, I'm going to hurt them. You yell at me, I'm going to yell at you. And it's just, that philosophy of thinking isn't very wise. Smart, but not wise. Wisdom is applied intelligence. Wisdom is applied intelligence and where you know when to use it. Being smart is just being smart because you know something, but you don't know how to apply it. My dad always said, be a wise woman, not a smart little girl. He said that to me when I was, in the middle of college, and he would write little notes every other week, put a little $50 in there, $20 in there, and he'd fold the little message and he'd put tapes on the side. My dad's very particular about things. But he would send, a little cash to me when I was away in school. And, he would be like, it's funny to be a little smart ass, but it's more impactful to use your wisdom. Wisdom is learned experience. Be heartful of this. Curses, to curse someone who has cursed you, meaning to do them wrong because they've done you wrong, will only create more wrong. I'm not going to go down the list of the traumatic shit that I've seen in my life and that I've personally experienced. I share it with those. I'm actually a lot more mindful and heartful of whom I share that type of information with than I have and I will ever, because I've opened up to the wrong people. Just being my normal, transparent, vulnerable, normal human self. You cannot be your most authentic self around the wrong people sometimes. You have to really kind of know the dance, learn the dance, know when it's appropriate to make yourself vulnerable and open to people. People are threatened by authenticity. People are threatened by sovereign people, beings. Be careful, my people who are, you're aware of generational curses. Well, my dad, my grandmother, or my great-great aunt was an alcoholic, or my great-great aunt, my this, or my grandfather did this, so this is going to happen and this. No. You have a choice to end it, to break it. That's the power of the blood. It can be alchemized. It can be transformed with the frequencies of love, forgiveness, compassion, guidance, support. That is my message to you. Tell me what you think. Tell me how you feel about that, because, I get weirded out when people are like, my trauma. This, I grew up poor. I grew up this way. I grew up in a war zone. I did it. You know what? All of that is true. But to me, when I hear people, share their stories and share their experiences of the things they've gone through, it's like, did you ever leave it? Or are you reliving it every day? And there's some people who relive their trauma, whether that's poverty, abuse, financial betrayal, cheating, come on, addiction. And it's never, it's left their physical reality, but not their internal reality. right? It's not there. It's not prevalent in their external reality, but they're still reliving that experience within themselves, in their mind, in their heart, in their body. That's not good. You're actively living out a curse within your inner world, but your outside world is not matching that. It creates a lot of dissonance because the universe is trying to bring in all these good blessings and abundance and prosperity for you. But then you are reliving a lot of shit that has caused a lot of hurt. If I'm sharing this with you, it's for me too. Remember, when you're having a flashback of a really negative experience, be very present in that moment and realize that experience is just leaving you. It doesn't service you anymore. So let go. Speak it out. You having a bad memory? This experience is energetic residue or residual energy that no longer has a space in my energy field. There's no more space for that in my heart, in my mind, my soul, my spirit. So I release you. Thank you, memory. I release you. Thank you. Tell me what you think. Is it all just hogwash? Am I just, talking out of my where? Or is this making sense to any of you? Is this useful for anybody, really? I want to know. If not, tell me. You won't hurt my feelings. You won't hurt my feelings. Like I said, there'll be a time where I'm just going to kind of stop making videos. But there's just one really big project that I am going to share with you all, hopefully by next spring. And after that project is done and I have completed and I have shared that project with you all, it will probably be the beginning of the end of this channel. It's going to take some time though, to finish that project with you, meaning sharing it with you. And I'll see what direction this platform will take, but there's more to life than social media. There's more to life than, this stuff. But I told myself a long time ago, if I'm going to watch so much content online, I need to make content for online then. I'd rather be producing and creating and sharing than just absorbing and consuming and sitting and not doing anything productive, So that's why, one of many reasons why I started this channel all those couple of years ago. All right. Well, I'll see ya, and wholeness to you all.